Hello and welcome to week 2. This class is called True to Your Core, and it's all about finding strength in the core, even if we don't know where to start. And so this week we know is all about creating abhyasa, finding harmony, and a good tip for finding harmony in the rest of the body is to start with the core. And it's because the core is the center and everything comes out from it. So if we can strengthen from the middle, we can find harmony throughout the rest of our limbs. And that includes the neck as well. So anterior part of core, but also getting up into the neck, which is a part of the core. So you are going to need a blanket and 2 blocks. If you would like to sit up on a block, know that you can do that right now because we're actually tapping into the neck to begin with. So sitting up as tall as we can, finding the triple S, and from here you're going to turn your head to look over the right shoulder, trying to not let the ribs go away from the body, so letting those hug in, and just notice where you might feel some tension. Bring your head back to center and now turn and look over the left shoulder. Notice what that feels like. Bring your head back to center, right ear to right shoulder. Feeling like the ears are lightly drawing back. Bring your right hand under the head, push it back up through center. Now bring the left ear to the left shoulder. Left hand comes under the head, lightly presses it up. From here, let's do some side bends. So right hand comes down to the floor, left arm reaches up. You can also reach it forward and up, and side bend. So this bottom hand can make contact with the floor, and maybe the elbow bends to get more into that left side. Now maybe let the right ear fall to the right shoulder, noticing if it changes the stretch. Straighten the bottom arm, come on up. Left hand comes down, right arm reaches up and over. Kind of let the spine go first and then let the head follow along. Good, inhale, come on up. Exhale, hand comes down. Now bring your butt off of your block or the blanket. Actually, you could still be seated on the blanket, but you need your 2 blocks for this. It's going to be weird, but we're still going to do it. So bring your blocks like this, so they're the longest distance away from your head. And now put them on the sides of your head. So you're not trying to squish your ears, but they're just there to hold it in place. And exhale, turn to the left. Inhale, come through center. Now exhale, turn to the right. So kind of noticing that we want our head to be in a uniform twist with the spine beneath it. You're not cranking your head to look over the shoulder while doing this. We're kind of letting the core lead the movement. Good, come back through center. Keep that in mind because we will be revisiting that movement. And then from here, let's come down onto the back. You're going to grab one of those blocks and place it between your sacrum and the mat, either on the low setting or the medium setting. And it shouldn't feel uncomfortable. From here, feel the hip points lightly pull up and pull together as well. Rooting through the base of the big toes. Glutes are slightly engaged here. From here, you're going to bring your hands into your hip creases. So you find those hip bones and go right below them. Bring your left knee in over the left hip, set it down, and right knee over the right hip as you begin marching. And what you're trying to do here is make sure that the bottom leg doesn't wobble. So we're using the core here to move the leg and help the bottom one stay intact so it's not wobbling around. Bring it along with the breath. Good. After you're done marching, place the feet flat on the floor. Remove the block from underneath you and tiptoe the spine down. From here, the block on the thinnest setting comes behind the head. Sacrum is on the floor, followed by the shoulder blades. Hands come underneath of the block. Take a big breath in. Exhale, press down through the sacrum and lift the head and shoulders off of the mat. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, come up. Hugging down, kind of making sure this area isn't poofing up. Inhale, lower the head and shoulders. Exhale, come up. This time the left leg will lift to add a little bit of demand to the core. Lower the left leg. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, come up. Straighten the right leg. Keep pressing down through the sacrum. Lower the right foot. Inhale, lower down. Here we go. Exhale, come up. This time bring your left knee over the left hip. Maybe you add a small twist. Come back through center, lower the left foot, inhale, lower down. Exhale, come up. Right knee over the right hip, small twist to the right. Stay off the right shoulder, come back through center, lower the right foot, inhale. One more time, exhale, come up. Press down through the sacrum, left knee over the left hip, small twist to the left. Come back through center, lower the left foot, inhale. Exhale, come up. Right knee over right hip, small twist to the right. Come back through center, lower the right foot, and inhale. From here, you can walk the feet wide on the mat. Arms come out to a T, allow the knees to fall to the left. Push through the inner edge of the right foot. Maybe you bring the hand to like the low ribs to lightly tack them in. Feeling the right glute engage here. So it's almost like you're doing a glute bridge at a diagonal on the right side. Bring your knees back through center. Allow the knees to fall to the right now. Push through the instep of the left foot. Right hand comes to the ribs to help them soften towards the pelvis. Breathe in and breathe out. Good. From here, bring the knees back through center. They come in one at a time. You can rock left and right on the lower back fascia and then come up to your hands and knees. From here, let's prepare that blanket. So you're going to roll it up longwise. You don't want it to be like half this size. So you want it to be at least as long as your head to your tailbone. You can improvise though. It's not a big deal. Set it off to the side. Come into forearm quadruped. Lower down onto your elbows. Your elbows should be right under the shoulders. Knees under the hips, probably a little bit closer. And from here, we're working on cervical retractions. So you're going to drop the chin to look towards the knees and then lift the head. Drop the head. This is actually cervical extension. Lift the head. We're going to do retraction in a moment. Drop and lift it up to the height of the shoulders without overly lifting the chin. Hug in that low core that we just worked on. Last one, lift the head. Now it's lifted. You're going to jut the chin down and lift it back up. Jut the chin down and lift it back up. So it's kind of like you're making a double chin, but you're actually just creating space in the back of the neck. Good. Last one. Pull it up. From here, lift up onto your hands and grab your blanket. You're going to bring it behind you, kind of center it as much in the back as you can. And it's going to kind of keep your head accountable, because what it's going to want to do is fall. These are called serratus puffs. So hands are right under the shoulders, fingers spread wide. Soften your heart down so it feels like your shoulder blades are squeezing the blanket, and then push the heart up into the blanket. And from here, just try not to let your head fall. So kind of lifting the head up into the blanket, hugging in the low core. Those ribs aren't moving. Shoulder blades are working to squeeze. Good. From here, find the space in between. So we're not overly pushing up or overly melting the heart down. Hug up in the low belly, slide the left leg back. Left glute is working. Followed by the right. Left knee comes in under the left hip, followed by the right. Right leg steps back. Right glute engages, pick up in the low belly, step the left foot back. Right knee comes in, followed by the left. You can go ahead and remove the blanket. I just noticed how difficult that was. From here, dial the hands out. Head is lifted, pick up in the low belly, hover your knees, lifting up into down dog without changing anything. So the feet are hip distance apart, low belly's picking up and in. You can let the head go here. Take a big breath in, fill up the low ribs. And on your exhale, walk the hands back towards your feet. Happy squat, ribs resting on the thighs. Trying to access more space for the core to breathe, but also its capacity for strength. Use your glutes to slide the hands up your shins and come up to stand and walk towards the front of the mat. Okay. Blocks can come to the front of the mat if you need them. I might forget to cue them, but know that you can use them whenever you need to. From here, inhale, arms reach forward and up. Exhale, bend your knees. So if you want to put the hands in the hip creases and slide them down, you can. Step the right foot back, lower the right knee under the right hip. Inhale, come on up. Right hand to front, left hand to sacrum. And feel these two areas kind of mesh into one another while thinking of a tall, proud spine. Inhale. And on your exhale, hands come to the mat. Step back into quadruped. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. Let the head go. Cervical flexion. Inhale, cow pose, cervical extension. Exhale. Inhale to neutral, walk the hands back to come up to kneel, right foot steps forward, left hand to front, right hand to back, waffle the two areas together. Left glute is engaged. Good. From here, exhale, fingertips to the floor or blocks, step forward. Inhale. Engage the glutes, come up with a tall spine. Arms reach up. Exhale, bend the knees. Left foot steps back this time. Step the left knee under the left hip. Grab your blocks. Toes can be tucked or not. I'll untuck mine. come to the side of the head like we did in the beginning. Take a breath in. Exhale, small twist to the right. Try not to let your front knee move. Inhale through center. Secure the shoulders on the back. Exhale to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale to the right. Inhale, come back through center. Blocks come down. Step back into quadruped. Inhale, cow pose. Pull the heart forward. Exhale, round the back. Really reach up into the shoulders, pick up in the low belly. One more time. Inhale, cow pose. Pull the heart forward, shoulders down the back. Exhale. Inhale to neutral, walk your hands back. From here, step the left foot forward, right knee is down, grab your blocks. Blocks come to the side of the head, right glute activates, take a breath in. Exhale to the left. Inhale through center. Exhale to the left. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last one in. Exhale. Good. Come through center. Blocks come to the floor. Fingertips down, step forward. Inhale, come up to stand. Woo. If you need to grab a drink, grab a drink. We are moving on to the first sequence, which is kind of rather long, but it's just to give you a taste of when you make a class, nobody's class has to be the same. It doesn't even have to be anything like this, but it's just to give you a different feel for something that's different from, week 1, week 3. That being said, here we go. Feet are hip distance apart, top of the mat. On your inhale, arms reach forward and up. Exhale, bend the knees, hands come to the floor. Step the right foot back, lower the right knee under the right hip. Inhale, arms reach forward and up. From here, left hand comes behind the back, right hand behind the head. And feel the triple S. So feel that when you do this, the ribs automatically want to knit in and access that front of the core. Big breath in. Exhale. From here, curl your back toes under. You can use the hands on the thigh to give you support here. You'll lift and turn to the back, to the side of the mat. Your right knee will bend and then it will straighten. So from here, you can use your hands on the right hip crease to bend and straighten. I just turned to face you so you could see what I was doing. So both your toes face forward. You're not leading with your ribs, you're leading with the core. Last one. From here, low lunge to the right, turn to the left. So hands come to blocks here, and now you're in a fingertip low lunge. So we were in a low side lunge on the right. Now we're in a low lunge at the front of the mat. Right glute activates. From here, you're going to play patty cake with the block. So right hand lifts, left hand lifts, right hand lifts, and notice the strength it takes to stay on this left leg. Good. From here, lower the right knee to the floor. Right hand comes to a block or the floor under the right shoulder. Left leg slides to the back of the mat for modified side plank. You're dialing out the right hand, left hand comes to the belly and hugs it in. So getting external rotation on this bottom leg, strengthen the shoulder, but telling the core not to leak any energy from holding this strength. Go ahead, last breath in. And on your exhale, left hand comes down, left knee comes down. You're going to reach the right arm forward, left leg back for bird dog. Your left toes can stay down or they can lift. And what you're trying to make sure is that the left toes don't turn out. Push through the left shoulder. On your exhale, right hand, left knee come down. Lower onto the forearms, cervical retraction. So let the head go and pull it back up. It's almost as if someone's pulling up by your ears, and go ahead and just keep repeating that without overly lifting your chin. From here, lift the head up. Feel the shoulders, feel the way it works. Step your left foot back. Engage the core and glute, followed by your right for forearm plank. From here, lower the knees, lower to the floor. Inhale, push down through the forearms and lift up for a baby sphinx. So you're kind of lifting in the low belly so you don't crunch in the low back, and trying to pull the heart forward so you're kind of pulling your forearms back on the mat. Good. From here, lower the heart, hands under shoulders, pick up in the low belly to help you push the ground away, and then lift up and back into down dog. Walk the feet in a half step. Let the head go. Walk your hands back to happy squat. Bend your knees as much as you need to. And then use the glutes to help you come up to stand. From here, you're going to bring your fist under your chin to kind of lean your chin down into. Left hand can be on the belly, it can be on your sacrum. You're going to, while pressing down into your fist, lift the left knee, step forward. Lift the right knee, step forward. Trying not to encourage the ribs to pop at all. And then right foot comes down, top of the mat, release. In lieu of a fist, you can also use a block. Inhale, arms reach forward and up. Exhale, bend the knees, hands to the floor. Step the left foot back this time, lower the left knee underneath the left hip. Inhale, arms reach up. Right hand comes behind you. Left hand comes behind the head. Sorry. Go ahead, pull the head back into the hand. Feel in turn how the ribs want to knit in to meet that demand. From here, left toes curl under, lift and pivot, side lunge to the left, and straighten. Feet are parallel. Feed the hip back. You want to be able to see the toes. Good. 2 and 1. Hold. Pivot to the right, to the front of the mat. Hands come onto blocks. Left glute engages. Pull up in the low belly. And you can begin to patty cake. Feel the core holding you upright. You're pulling the right knee back. Not right knee, right hip back. Good. From here, left knee lands. Left hand lands underneath the left shoulder or onto a block. Right leg slides back. Right hand comes to the core to hold it. Dial the hand out. The bottom one, let the head go. Getting some lateral flexion. Good. From here, right hand, right knee come down. Left arm reaches forward, left thumb face up, right leg reaches back. Option to hover the right toes off of the floor, almost like you're trying to internally rotate the back leg. Good, last breath. Keep that head up. Lower the hand and knee, lower to the forearms, cervical retraction, let the head go, and lift it up. Don't let the ribs go. Good, last one, lift it up. From here, hug up in the low belly, right leg steps back into forearm plank, followed by the left. From here, lower the knees, lower to the floor. Inhale, baby sphinx pose. Lift the heart, pull up in the low belly. The shoulder blades kind of squeeze together on the mat. You can even try to grip your mat. Lower. Hands come under the shoulders. Push up to your knees. So secure the shoulders on the back and then push the ground away. Lifting up and back into down dog. Walk your feet in a half step. Take a breath in. Exhale. Walk the hands back towards the feet. Use your glutes to come up to stand. This time your chin can come to your left fist. Right knee comes in. Left knee comes in. Marching as you did at the beginning of class in the abdominals. Good. Once you get to the front of the mat, release. Shake anything out you need to shake out. Here we go. Modified version of Sun Sal A with a little bit of core work. Inhale, arms reach forward and up. Exhale, bend your knees. Step the right foot back underneath the right hip, followed by the left. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. Inhale, neutral. Left arm reaches forward while right leg reaches back, comes down. Right arm reaches forward, left leg reaches back. One more. Left arm, right leg. Extend through your core. Right arm, left leg. Hands under shoulders. Lift up and back into down dog. Take a breath in. On your exhale, stay up on your toes. Walk the feet forward. Knees bent as much as they need to be. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step the left foot back, followed by the right, coming into quadruped. Set up, no cat-cow this time. Right arm reaches, left leg reaches. Bring it down, left arm, right leg. Holding strong through the center. One more time, right arm, left leg. Dial out those bottom hands. Left arm, right leg. Good. Down dog. Now, if you were leading a newer class or a class you need to go a little bit slower with, you can always slow this down. Walk the hands back, come up, and you can use happy squat as an option instead of walking the feet forward. So just to give you two kind of variations of a very similar movement. Walk to the front of the mat. Here we go. Sequence 2. Second part of the flow. Chair pose. Inhale, arms reach forward. Hips sit back. Your knees are roughly between your toes and heels. Hands come to heart center. Take a breath in. Exhale to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale to the right. And imagine if you had those blocks on the side of your head, if your chin is staying in center, or is your chin wanting to lead this movement? That's why I kind of try to keep my chin in line with my palms. Last one. Twist to the right. From here, slide the right leg back. So kind of keep it on the ground the whole time and then lift the heart, coming into crescent lunge. Inhale, arms reach up. Soften the back knee, ribs hugging in. From here, you're opening up to the right side of the mat for goddess. I will turn and open up to you. You're going to bring the right hand to the front, left hand to the sacrum. Feel the area compact together. Make sure that the knees are in line with the feet. So if the feet are going way out more than your toes, bring them in line with your knees instead. From this compacting, you're going to internally rotate your right knee, bring it back, and then internally rotate the left. So you're working from external to internal rotation, kind of staying on the balls of the feet, getting a little bit of a foot massage, but using your hands to keep the pelvis in neutral and move around in the hips. As your right knee turns in, you might reach with the right hand. As the left knee turns in, you can reach with the left hand. So pulling on a little bit more fascia line. So it's almost like you're doing a crescent lunge in a diagonal. From here, you're going to turn to the left, right leg coming behind the left for seated twist. If you feel congested, the right leg extends out in front of you. Sit up tall. Exhale, side bend to the left. Let the head go. Inhale, come up. Exhale, side bend to the right. Let the head go. Repeat. Let your breath be a driver of this movement. Good. Come up, inhale. From here, you're coming into left warrior two. So your left leg is on top. You'll end up facing away. So left foot plants, and then you open up into warrior two. Arms reach in opposite directions. Take a breath in. Hip points are on the same level. Exhale, reverse. So right arm drops down. Left arm reaches up and over, and if this feels like a lot, just bend the elbow. Inhale, come up. Core engages to help you lift. Exhale, left elbow to left thigh, right arm reaches up and over. Inhale. Exhale, reverse. One more time, inhale. Exhale, left elbow to left thigh. From here, you're cartwheeling to the front of the mat, coming into quadruped. We did these at the beginning of class. Set the shoulders on the back, lift the head, imagine the blanket is there. Left foot steps back into plank, followed by the right. Left knee comes in, followed by the right knee. Right foot steps back, followed by the left. Right knee comes in, followed by the left knee. Curl your toes under, lift up and back into a bent knee, down dog. Take a breath in. Exhale, pull the right thigh in towards you. Step it down. Pull the left thigh in towards the ribs. So your down dog isn't changing. You're just trying to minimize the gap between thigh and ribs. Let the head be between the biceps. This can be a lot of work for beginners. And use that pull in with your left leg to help you step the left foot forward, followed by the right. Use the glutes to come up to stand. So that area, sometimes people use too much of the low back to step the foot forward. Sometimes they have back fascial tightness that prevents them from stepping forward. So by just presenting it in a safer position, might help access more tissue openness. Inhale, chair pose. Sit the hips back, hands reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Small twist to the right. Inhale, exhale, small twist to the left. Again, what is the chin doing? What is the head doing? What are your hips doing? Good. Twist to the right and hold. Step the left foot back. Inhale, arms reach up, crescent lunge. Feel like someone has those ears behind you. From here, you'll lift and turn to the left for goddess. Left hand to front, right arm on the back, compact, hug in. Right knee internally rotates, left knee internally rotates. And you can begin to reach, since now it feels, it's the second time we've done it. Using the glute to be a big driver of force. Last one. You're going to turn to the right for seated twist. Left leg comes underneath of the right. Sit up tall, kick out the left leg if needed. Take a breath in. Exhale, side bend to the right. Let the head go. Inhale, side bend to the left. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Exhale. Warrior two, right foot plants, pivot open. Arms reach away. Same motion here. Reverse. Inhale. Exhale. So these obliques, internal and external on each side, when they get stuck, it can become hard to access the core. Cartwheel the hands down to the front of the mat, knees land. Dial the hands out, head is lifted, hug in the core, right foot steps back, followed by the left. Right knee in, followed by the left. Left leg back, followed by the right. Left knee in, followed by the right knee. Take a breath in. Exhale, down dog, knees are bent. Pull the left thigh in, followed by the right. Good. From here, walk the hands back. And then walk them forward into down dog. Pull the right thigh in. Step the right foot using that strength of thigh to rib, followed by the left. Use the glutes to come up. Shake it out. Top of the mat. You can use blocks if you need them. Inhale, arms reach forward and up. Exhale, bend the knees, hands come to the floor. Step the right foot back, lower the right knee, toes tucked or not. Inhale, arms reach up first to get length in the sides. Exhale, right hand to front, left hand to back. Feel it compact and hug towards center. Now hold this if you would like to, but if you need hand support, it's totally okay. Curl the right toes under as you lift and turn to the right, pivoting the feet, side lunges. So you're holding your hands in that core area to help you use the core to move left and right. And you can go as slow or as fast as you want. From here, you're turning to the front of the mat, fingertips to blocks or the floor. This time, instead of patty caking, you can still do that, but instead of patty caking, you're just hovering the fingers off of the block. You can use your hands to give yourself a rib check, shoulders on the back, right glute working, head is lifted. What is the head doing? From here, right knee lands, right hand lands, coming into modified side plank. Left leg slides back. It can also be lifted. From here, left hand lands, left foot stays lifted, or if it needs to be down, it can be. Right arm reaches, bird dog. Right hand under right shoulder, push down through the right shin to help you open back up to modified side plank. So your core is a unit. It's moving together. It's not leading by one piece and another. Modified side plank. Last one. So reach. Good. Left knee comes down. Right hand comes down. Curl the toes under. Down dog. From here, you might have to adjust. You'll inhale, shift forward into plank or quadruped. Down dog. Plank. Hold your core as a unit. Down dog. Last one, plank. Keep the head lifted. Down dog. Walk your feet back towards your hands. Inhale, come up to stand. Left knee comes in, followed by the right. And now maybe notice if it's a little bit easier to access Good. Come all the way to the front of the mat and sit the hips back, chair pose. Hands come to heart center. Take a breath in. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the right. If you'd also like to try this with blocks on the side of your head, you can. Just notice if it changes anything. Good. You're going to hold it to the left. If you have the blocks, you're going to ditch them. From here, right hand to left thigh, left hand to left hip crease. Slide the right leg back so you're in a tilted, twisted crescent. You can play around and hold this, or play around more and maybe try to lift the right toes and tap them down, while holding strong in the center, which is hard. From here, right toes land. Inhale, lift up and come in to goddess. Compact first, and then you're going to begin that motion of internal rotation. And this time, if you would like to make it a little hop, it's kind of like you're dancing. Hold strong in the core. So you're not, it's more like you're holding through your center and twisting around it. From here, you're going to turn to the back of the mat now. So turn towards the right leg. Left comes behind the right. Seated twist. Roll the shoulders. If you liked the side bends, you can resume those. But our shoulders need a little love too. From here, warrior two. So on the right leg, right foot plants. Slowly pivoting open. Holding strong, take a breath in. Reverse. If you'd like to access more core, you can just bring your hand behind you or in front of you onto the core. Inhale, center. Exhale, right hand to your core, left arm reaches. Inhale, lift up, pivot to the left, to the front of the mat for quadruped. Dial the hands out, head lifted. Right foot steps back, followed by the left. Right knee in, left knee. Left foot, right foot, left knee, right foot, plank, hold, lower the knees, lower to the floor. Inhale, locust pose. So arms reach back, legs lift, head lifts, but not overly lifted, but using the core. Hands come under the shoulders. Use the strength of the shoulders to help you push the ground away. Up and back into down dog. Last move here, big breath in. Exhale, right thigh pulls in towards your ribs. Try to step it forward and then step it back. Left foot, step it forward, step it back. So maintaining this connection of rib to thigh without overly lifting the chin is what helps us step forward. Right foot, now it steps, followed by the left. Inhale, use the glutes to come up to stand. That's a lot, right? So when we step forward, we tend not to think about it. It just happens. But if you can use your core to hold the weight of your leg, stepping forward becomes a little easier. Okay, other side. Inhale, standing tall, arms reach forward and up. Exhale, bend the knees, hands to the floor. Step the left foot back, lower the left knee. Untuck your toes, left arm to the front, right arm to the back. Waffle, hugging in. Left glute, working. Hold it together. You can curl your back toes under to help you lift and turn for side lunges. Holding strong in the core, sitting back in the hips. Good. From here, turn to the right towards the front of the mat. Hands can come to blocks. Any setting. And hover the fingertips off of the block. Hold up in the core. Just feel the strength it takes to hold this. Good. Fingertips to blocks. Lower the left knee. Lower the left hand under the left shoulder. Slide the right leg back. Peel the right arm up. From here, you can hover the right foot. Right hand comes down. Core uniformly turns down with the hip. Left arm reaches forward. Left hand comes down. Open back up. Modified side plank. Hug. Right hand down. Left arm reaches forward. Drop the hip. The hip, that pelvis is a part of the core. Pelvic floor. Last one, left hand down, push down through the left shin, open up. Ooh. Right hand down, left arm reaches forward, drop the right hip. Good. From here, left hand comes down, left knee comes down. Plank to down dog or quadruped to down dog. I'll show quadruped to down dog. Walk my knees in a little bit. Exhale, down dog. Inhale. Quadruped, last one. Down dog. Walk the hands back towards the feet. Inhale, come up to stand. Try not to lead with the back of the neck, right? Maybe you put your head on your fist to help you lift up. Arms reach up. Left knee in, right knee in. Hugging in, left knee, right knee, left knee. Exhale, chair pose. Hands at heart prayer. Option to grab your blocks and twist, or hands stay at heart center. And you just kind of monitor your chin with your fingers. Woo! Heating up. Hold it to the right. Slide the left foot back for twisted, tilted prayer crescent. All of the words. If you want to play around with lifting your left toes, maybe playing patty cake with the ground, you can. Woo. From here, left toes land, open up, goddess. Compact, and then you can begin to reach. If you would like to just keep it how it was in the beginning, go ahead. Step, step, turn, step, step, turn. This feels so good in my hips. Sometimes I just like to do that, and it's just still so good. Okay, from here, turn to the left, to the back of the mat. Right leg comes behind the left for seated twist. Roll the shoulders or side bends, it's up to you. Exhaling, clearing out whatever you need to clear out. Go ahead. Left foot plants, warrior two. Open up. Left knee is bent. Take a breath in. Reverse. Inhale. Left elbow to left thigh. Inhale, lift. Pivot to the front of the mat. Hands land quadruped. Plank walk backs. This is the last time. So this is a great way to have beginners access their anterior core. Left foot steps back, followed by the right. Left knee in, followed by the right. What is your head doing? Right foot back, followed by the left. Hold. From here, lower. Inhale, locust or baby cobra. Down dog. Left thigh pulls in, steps forward, steps back. Right thigh pulls in, steps forward, steps back. All the time trying to keep the gap basically to zero. Good, last one. Left thigh pulls in, step forward, followed by the right. Use the glutes to help you come up to stand. You did it. Let's do a little cool down, grabbing one of your blocks. You'll come down onto your back. Try to move this. Block is on the lowest setting. Take this off so don't roll on it. Roll onto your left side. Knees come into your chest, but not so much that you kind of round in the low back. So you can put your right hand on your sacrum and make sure you're not overly flexing the spine. On your inhale, reach the right fingertips up and over your head. And then the back of your head might come onto the block as the right arm opens up, sweeps across the hip, and repeat. Now, if you or someone you have in class has tight shoulders, they might just come up to noon and come back. So play around with that, or what it feels like to bend your elbow. That'll also cut down on some of the stress on the tissues. Open it up and hold it. If they feel that there's a lot of stress in the low back, they can also prop the top knee in the left hand. And switch sides. Again, setting up. Left arm reaches up and over. And cartwheel it around. I'm going to try to do this so you don't get a lot of mic feedback, but you can keep drawing circles. Probably draw 3 more. I'm going to stay here so I don't keep running into the mic. And after your third one, hold it open, finding breath and expansiveness. Go ahead and roll all the way onto your back. Take the block and place it in it at an angle, so one of the edges. So mine looks like this, and then it's just under, it's at my hairline. Turning the head left and right. You can use your hands to hold the block there, or if you get really good at balancing it, you can just let the head melt into it. A lot of the tissues up in here connect down to the shoulder blades. And in turn can affect the ribs and the core. Come back through center. Lower your head down. If you notice that your chin still wants to lift to the ceiling, or good practice in general, I'll just show it here. You don't have to get up, but it's to just put a blanket underneath the head instead of, to help stretch out the tissues instead of it kind of wanting to keep grasping close after all the good work you did. Knees can be bent or extend the legs out long on the mat. Take a big breath in. And exhale. You can stay here longer, or wiggle your fingers and toes, turning the head left and right. Knees come into the chest. Rocking left and right again. In your own way, come on up to seated. Hands come to heart center. True harmony comes from a centered core and a centered mind. And without that strength and expansiveness, both here and here, it kind of becomes hard to move. It becomes hard to think. So use both to work with each other. And may you find strength and compassion for yourself throughout the rest of this day. Namaste.